This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Lee versus Lee. You all have been married for 9 years. You have one child together, and concerns about cheating are causing problems in this relationship. Miss Lee, why are you here today?
I'm here to find out once and for all if he's been cheating on me.
These concerns that you have, how's it affecting your relationship?
We fight a lot.
So this is just a tense household.
Yes.
Mr. Lee, what are you here to prove?
I'm here to prove that I'm not cheating at all. I've been faithful to her for 9 years, and it's tearing us apart. I mean, it's always fussing and fighting. If I take a little longer at the grocery store, where have you been? It shouldn't have took that long. You're out there sleeping with someone else. If I have a moment to myself at all, it's, oh, you're cheating on me, aren't you? If I got a female coworker, oh, you're cheating on me, aren't you? No. I mean, for 9 years, she's been just saying the same stuff. Oh, I'm gonna leave you. I think you're cheating on me. Who are you texting? Who are you calling?
Mr. Lee, do you believe this is all in her head, that she's paranoid?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's from a past relationship or brought on by her own, maybe some sort of mental problems that need to be addressed, but I feel like she just needs to stop with allegations.
So we have an idea what it looks like now. What did it look like then?
We met about 9 years ago. We met at a party. I had a friend actually invite me to meet somebody else, and I ended up falling in love with that one. And the next night I called him, and he took me and my grandmother out to dinner.
Aww.
You and your grandmother?
Yes, I was living with my grandmother and taking care of her.
So your first date,
He took my grandmother.
your grandmother went with you?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Lee, is that some kind of player move
I come from a big family. I come from a big family, Your Honor, and if someone's going out to eat, we always ask if anyone else wants to go out to eat. I didn't want her grandma to be hungry.
How can you not love a guy like that?
I'm telling you, that is sweetness right there. That is sweetness.
And that's why you fell for him, isn't it?
Yeah, a month later we got married.
A month later?
Yeah.
We knew each other for 5 weeks total.
Wow.
And it lasted 9 years.
And you've made it 9 years. Y'all don't play, man. I mean, that is...
You talking about hit the
you know
ground
what?
running.
You know what? Go big or go home. That's it.
All right. So you've been together 9 years.
Yep.
You knew exactly what you wanted. You knew it right away. Why are you here? Why do you believe he's cheating?
We've been married 9 years, and the whole entire time we've only done 2 sex positions. We've done missionary and from behind. I know it sounds boring, but that's it. Within the last year, he's been bringing up other things. He's been throwing my legs over his head. He's been putting me to the side. I mean, just all sorts of random new positions.
So you went from 2 positions to being flipped around like a president.
Hey,
yes, Your
I
Honor.
didn't hear any complaining out of her.
Miss Lee, most women wouldn't complain about that. I mean,
Why out of the blue,
it
though?
up.
After 8 years, it's just one way. We pretty boring couple. We stay at home. We play video games. We watch TV. I mean,
That's
pretty
why.
boring couple.
We're a boring couple.
And now, all out of the blue, all these new things.
and so that causes you to have some concern.
Yeah, where do you learn them from?
All right, Mr. Lee, she brings up a valid point.
You know, I figured if I changed it up a bit, maybe she wouldn't go the other way, or maybe she'd be a little bit happier.
Might be tired.
Yeah. I mean, just kind of wear her out before she yells at me.
That's one approach.
Yeah.
That's one approach.
Miss Lee, I gotta ask you, what are you thinking about when he's doing all these
Where
new
the
things?
hell did he learn it from?
So you can't even enjoy it because you're thinking, well, where'd that come from? And who did he get that from?
I don't have a cheating bone in my body. Never have cheated on anybody.
But you know, Kylo, they say when there is a decrease in one sexual activity or change in what you're doing, that's a warning sign. So it's it isn't without basis.
I understand both sides because on the one hand, it's like, well, you do want to change it up a little bit. You don't want to always do the same thing.
Yes.
But then when it's all of a sudden, it's like, okay.
And it's really out there.
So you didn't talk to her about it, say, hey, you know, things are going on. You just sprung it on her one night.
Yeah.
You know, without warning.
Started slow with this and that, and then, you know, the next time, throw a little more and throw a little more. Yeah, just keep it
Just
routine.
keep it
and
different.
Changed up.
Keep it in new. Keep it fresh.
Exactly.
And you're just not buying that at all.
Nope. No, Your Honor.
Well, you know, Miss Lee, while I can understand your concern and there is some basis for it, it's not all bad. Do you have any other evidence that he's cheating?
Well, I work 2 jobs. I leave the house at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't get back until 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I get home and I expect to spend time with my daughter 9, 10 o'clock at night, spend a little bit of time with her, and I would come home and she'd be nowhere to be found.
So, Miss Lee, you come home, your daughter's not there. You ask him, where is she?
Said she wanted to go to the babysitter, so I called him to have him come pick her up.
Okay, and what did you say in response to that?
Why didn't you call me and ask me? I've been at work all day and I want to come home and spend time with my daughter. Well, I just wanted some time alone. She wanted to go over there. And he went off walking and I went into the bedroom and started going through his stuff and I found a stack of porn DVDs in his book bag.
Okay.
What? And so when you found this,
That was the first night he sent my daughter off.
And you think he's using these porn DVDs and having sex with somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Lee.
They're not even mine. They're hers. They were mixed in with the piles of DVDs I packed up.
And you don't
I'm dealing
believe
with
that, Miss Lee?
No, I don't believe him at all.
So, Miss Lee, have you ever caught him actually with a woman?
Okay, so we worked at the same place together in Montana for a little while, and I had several people come up to me telling me that he was flirting with them. So we made a plan with one of them that I was real close with to catch him in the act.
See, planning, right there.
Well, we decided to try to catch him in the act, and we worked together one night, and they started sexting. I sat there by her the whole entire time. You know, she let me see what was going on, and I kind of told her a little bit of what to say to kind of lure him in a little. And he sent a pic of his penis.
All right, Mr. Lee.
While he's watching my kid.
Can you explain to me why you sent a picture of your privates to her coworker?
Well, first off, I knew I was being set up. You see, the night before we were out to dinner, and all of a sudden, someone starts texting me from a random number. I'm like, I don't recognize this number, so I think I'll ask. So it turns out it was one of the coworkers I've only worked with a couple times. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, why is she texting me? And I realized, you know, she's good friends with her. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly a setup. So I'm like, okay, I'm texting, just mindless conversation, video games, trucks, this and that. So the next day, she goes to work with this girl, and I'm like, okay, well now let's see what happens now. So I know it's her on the other end of that phone because I know how she texts. I know all her little traps. I know everything she's giving herself away on. So I'm like, okay, and then she asked me, okay, for a pic. So I'm like, okay, this obviously is what she wants. Okay, let's just give her what she wants. So I did.
Then how come when I got home that night, I said, what were you doing all day? And you said, nothing, I've been playing video games.
All right, so you send this pic, and in terms of going big or going home, you went big.
Yep.
And you sent this pic.
Ain't that big.
I got tired of always being accused. And
Mr. Lee, do you always send pictures of your privates to coworkers?
No, that was actually the only time.
When you got home, what happened?
So I said, have you been texting anybody today? No, I've just been sitting around. I said, no, the hell you haven't, because I was on the other side of the phone the whole time texting you. And then I walked out of the room and told him to get the hell out of the house. You know, I was cussing him out and everything. Then all of a sudden, he switches it up and gets nasty with me, saying, oh, I knew it was you the whole time. Well, then why'd you just apologize to me and cry when you were on the toilet when I got home?
What we have here is a wife that absolutely doesn't believe her husband, a husband who says, I haven't done anything wrong. The only thing I was trying to do was spice it up in the bedroom. He says he's not cheating. He just wants to make it a little hotter, a little spicier. So based on that, the court went to a friend of the court to stop by and give us some insights on couples, romance, and when relationships go stale. At this time, the court would like to call New York Times best-selling author of erotica, novelist Zane. Ron, would you escort Zane into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
How are you? I'm great. And yourself?
We're good. It's
Thank
good
you
to
for
see you.
coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, we need your insight. We have a couple here, been together 9 years. In the 8th year, he starts busting a move, basically. So we want to get from you some information. You write a lot about sex and romance.
I do.
You talk to a lot of couples. What would you suggest for couples who say the relationship is going stale? What do you recommend?
Well, first let me say this, that lust is the benefit of self at the expense of others, while love is the benefit of others at the expense of self. And what I mean by that is a lot of couples stop at the lust stage and never get to the love stage. Even when they've been together a long time and have kids and stuff together, you have to realize that love is about a degree of sacrifice and willing to make exceptions to make the other person happy. So a lot of times when a marriage becomes stale, it's because there's that lack of communication or the unwillingness to try different things.
And we know that you know a lot about Spice.
I do.
So, what advice would you give them since she seems to be uncomfortable with change and he's trying to spice things up?
Well, I think it's important to have an open mind. And as long as he's not asking you to do anything that makes you totally uncomfortable, you may want to try it because for all you know, you might like it. And our sex drives come in ebbs and flows, whether we're male or female. And sometimes a lot of it has to do with outside circumstances. But you never know. If he wants to try something new, unless it's something that's like really makes you uncomfortable, you just can't see yourself doing, why not try it? It might actually turn you on.
Here's the issue here is she's concerned about it, not because he's doing it, but she thinks he's getting this information, this spiciness from another hot tamale.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
Everybody changes in their life. Like, we don't want to watch the same, television show for 30 years or eat the same. We don't have the same favorite meal for 30 years. So it may just be that he wants to do something different, and you're his wife, so he should do it with you. And I often encourage couples to spice up their love life. It can be very helpful for a spouse. It's better for him to try to make changes and try to encourage you to do those things than to go out and for him to be miserable, rather.
And it's not an indicator that there's infidelity going on.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Right. What about watching porn? Is watching porn an indication that there's cheating going on?
No, a lot of couples watch porn together, and it can be very healthy for a relationship. It could be some type of research. They could learn things that they want to experiment with. That's not necessarily an indicator of someone cheating at all, because a lot of people watch porn with their spouses.
Okay.
A lot.
A lot.
All right.
All right, so we've gotten some expert advice about whether or not spicing it up, watching porn together, means that something's wrong. In fact, it could be that something's right, that you're moving forward. But in this case, you believe that the change in your sex life, that he's willing to be with other women because he was talking and sending pictures of himself to your friend, your coworker. All of these are indicators that he's cheating.
Yes, sir.
And you're uncomfortable, and all the excuses he's given, you are not buying.
No, you're not.
All right.
And Mr. Lee, just so I'm clear, so the court is clear, your testimony is you have not had any sexual relationship with anyone other than your wife since you've been married.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what you're telling this court.
That's what I'm telling this court.
To investigate this matter, the court retained the services of certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams, and we're going to call him at this time. Ron, please escort Mr. Williams into the courtroom.
Your Honor.
How are you, Mr. Williams?
Good afternoon, Judge.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, too.
Mr. Williams, would you state your credentials for the court, please?
I've spent the last 25 years in law enforcement as a polygraph examiner. I have over 700 polygraphs to my credit, so I'm much more likely to catch you in a lie than your doctor is to catching you with cancer.
Oh, well, that's bad for the liars, that's for sure.
Right. Now, in this case, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Lee, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Lee, since being married to your wife, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, on this particular question, there were several significant physiological responses which indicated to me that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Lee, who have you been involved with since you've been married with her?
Nobody. I'm sticking by that.
Can't do it.
Your wife needs to hear the truth.
Ron, can you please try to bring Miss Lee back in? Miss Lee, you're very obviously heartbroken. Tell us what you're thinking right at this moment.
I don't want him to come back to Montana with me.
You're done.
Can't do it. If he would at least been honest in here when y'all asked him, I could have worked on it.
You are married, you have one child together, but this relationship is holding on by a thread. And the question is, will it be clipped or will you get sewn back together? You have brought your husband here to court. Tell me why.
First of all, Your Honor, he has females calling the phone, and when I answer the phone, they hang up the phone. He has a lock code on his phone. Every time I figure out the lock code, he change it. Oh, and our sex life is like slim to none. Like when we first got together, it's when I tell you, it was like, yes.
Okay, what was that?
Like,
You see
like
those eyes?
5, 6 times a day, you know?
5 or 6 times a day?
We missed each other.
When did y'all have time to pay bills, feed babies?
I mean, hey, you know?
Okay.
Now, if I do good to get it like maybe once or twice a week, if that.
Okay, so,
Like-
so the basic piece of that is, if it ain't me, it must be somebody else.
Because when I mention sex, he tells me I'm doing too much.
No, Your Honor. I'll say something.
All right, Mr. McClung. We need to hear from you, brother.
Because it ain't like that. Like I get off work and I be tired, but she don't be understanding. I do hard labor. I do demolition and construction.
I feel like that's a sorry example of an excuse though, because I make time for him when he want it,
But Mr. McClung,
even if I'm tired.
was it really 5 or 6 times a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you we missed each other.
But he's saying, and this reminds me kind of the reverse of sometimes what we hear. He's saying, I'm doing hard labor,
Let's get it in.
and when I come home, I'm whipped, I'm tore up.
He started out with the bar real high. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you
You don't start something you ain't gonna finish. That's my point.
She say, I don't make time. I'm with you 24/7. When you hop in the whip, I'm in the whip. When you go to sleep, I'm going to sleep. I'm in the bed with you. I can't even go to my friend's house on the corner without her. What you doing? You
No,
being
he
slick.
gets up and
doing...
disappears. He lies.
But see, Mr. McClung, here's the thing. Mr. McClung, here's the thing. In the context of the decreased sex life, there's also the thing about you being secretive with your phone, about receiving text messages, and all this is because she thinks you're cheating. And so that's why she has opened this case against you. So I want to ask you, what do you have to say about these cheating accusations?
First off, I'm not cheating. I'm with you too much. I'm with you every day.
Yeah, but you disappear.
Like,
So when you disappear, what am I supposed to think?
I can't even go to my people's house without you. Yeah, you with your family member and, you know, without accusing me. I'm tired of it.
So what kinds of things is she doing to try to catch you cheating?
Go through my phone. I come in. Soon as I come in, she at the front door. Let me smell it.
Hey, wait, hold on. That happened one time, and I'm not gonna lie.
Tell me what happened.
The situation happened because there was an incident that we had where we got into an argument. He left and went to his people's house. He calls me talking about come pick him up. It's February. It's 15 degrees outside. When he left the house, he was fully clothed. When I picked him up, all he had on was a windbreaker and the pants he had on when he left.
But
we get back to the house, he runs straight to the bathroom to get in the shower. I'm going through his pants, there's a condom in his pocket. So come on now. So you doggone Skippy, the time after that, you darn right, I sure did.
What did you, when he came home,
When he came home, I said, come here, drop him.
And what I do, boom, 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 dropped them.
And you dropped them?
And I dropped them.
And you sniffed it.
Like a hot pack, I dropped them.
Okay, so here's the point. So we got a sniffer in the house, Mr. Cutler. And I don't understand the sniffers, because what happened?
Because I wanted to see if it smelled like rubber. You walking around with condoms in your pocket, and we don't use condoms, so what you need condoms for?
Okay, so you were sniffing to see if it would smell like a condom.
Or either another woman, period.
Okay, and then what? I mean, how would you even know what? How would you
y'all like. Like,
Why
we
would you want to
personal.
smell another woman?
Hey, look, if that's what he's on, then I feel like then, you need to go on about your business.
Mr. McClung,
Okay.
I mean, I can't imagine living under that kind of situation where as soon as you hit the door, somebody says, drop him, and you got to almost be strip smelled.
Yeah.
Strip smell.
Yeah. It's like having a PO. I can't do nothing.
Oh, is that parole officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
A probation officer?
Probation officer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Ron, like, yes, Judge.
It's like, I feel like she try to control my life. Like she try to be more, because the age difference. She 31,
He uses
I'm
that as an
44.
excuse. That's
Oh,
so
y'all
that's
said
sad.
He
He
try to
He
use
says
that
that-
age over me, like you my mama.
It's only an
Don't treat me
issue
like
when
your
I'm
kid,
addressing his bull crap, though. If he wouldn't do things that make me feel like I have to check on you like you one of my kids, then we wouldn't have this issue.
Okay, so Ms. McClung, other than him disappearing like you've described, why else do you think he's cheating?
He has a dating site.
Y'all married, right?
Yep.
Okay, what you doing on
And
it?
you
Oh,
brought-
wait. He just grinning.
I got the.
Ron, would you grab that for us, please?
What you grinning about, Mr. McClung?
Look, I already explained to her. The site that I was on, POL, plenty of fish. Now, I'm a friendly person. She antisocial,
He too friendly.
right?
That's what it's
Hold
called.
on.
And like I told her, you can use any social media nowadays to talk to anybody. It's about the conversation you having with that person.
Let's look at your profile.
Wants to date, but nothing serious.
Now, you're Lil Chris, right? No. Relationship info, single,
You ain't
wants to
single?
date, but nothing serious.
Married.
Now, you're married, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got up here single, and in quotes, you describe yourself as a king looking for his queen.
What am I?
What is she? What is
am
she?
Now, that's more than just being friendly, just, hitting up people. That
Extra
stuff is
friendly.
different.
Wait a
I'm not
minute.
into threesomes.
Why are you looking for a queen?
This
What is she?
page was made way before we got together.
But he's been on it
Mr.
since
McClung,
we've been together.
McClung, hold on.
I have. I've been on it since we've been together.
Why did you get on it and change all this?
Same reason.
Chad got your tongue?
Same reason that she know how to do everything on Facebook, make it private and all that stuff. She know more about the technology than me.
Why you want plenty of fish when you got plenty of wife?
Huh?
Plenty of mama,
Hold on,
you
though.
mean?
Hold on. No, that's not the
Mama's
thing.
too.
That's not the issue. His issue is, his thing says, Chris normally goes after the little skinny, dark-skinned, petite girls. I'm not skinny, dark-skinned, or petite. So therefore, that makes me wonder, what is you messing with me for? Because, I mean, clearly,
Is that your
I have
dating
enough-
preference on your profile?
I don't have no type. If I like what I like, if I see you and I like it, I'm getting on it.
He answered all the other questions on that thing, though, so why you couldn't...
But
Wait. So have you given us a revelation? You see it, you like it, you get it?
yeah.
Okay, so have you been seeing it, liking it, and getting it since you've been married? Well,
I've been seeing it.
I didn't ask you that.
Hold on,
Say,
you been
have I
seeing
seen
it,
it, like
okay.
it, and been trying to get it?
So what's the
no,
next
I've
one?
been seeing it, liking it, but it ain't no trying to get it because she the type I could be like, hey, look at that girl, but she gonna look
I'm
good.
gonna look too. I'm gonna be like,
You know,
you know
so
what?
it ain't-
Yeah, she do got a
Why
big
I
old
got
booty.
you when I could-
You know, I give props where
All
props
right.
is due.
But
So,
you know what? Hold on. That was slick how you did that, but I'm slicker. So I'm asking you because your wife wants to know, are you seeing it? You said yes.
Mm-hmm.
You liking it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are you going and having sex with it?
No.
And so your testimony today to this court is that you're not cheating,
I'm not.
right? Well, the court has identified a witness who may have some more information about that,
Who?
and that witness is here.
Who?
Ron, would you escort her in, please?
Yes, Sean.
Oh, no.
We're gonna walk right up to the witness.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My witness for the
She
the
don't even
incident.
like me.
Let that be the reason.
Good day, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We're fine, thank you. Would you state your name, please, for the record?
My name is Atilia
And your last name?
Willis.
Okay. Miss Willis, what is your relationship to Mr. and Mrs. McClung?
I am Taurus's sister.
And that makes you his sister-in-law.
That's what they tell me.
Wow.
Okay. Well, let's ask the hard question.
Did you feel that breeze that just came through here, Mr. Cutler, when she said that?
Yeah?
I'm kind of chilly.
Like seriously.
Well, let me ask the hard question. What do you know about Mr. McClung?
More than he would like me to know.
Right. Do you believe he's cheating?
I don't believe it, no. I know it for a fact.
She don't know for
How do
I
you
know.
know?
You just
I have witnessed a lot that Chris has done.
How do you know for a fact he's cheating?
She been trying to sabotage this.
I have
this
walked
jump.
in on him on a couple occasions
You already
with
sabotaged.
different females. I call my sister. I'm close. I got to pee. Where you at? I'm not there, but Chris and the kids is home. I'm pulling up. Okay. Pull up, get the key, go in the house. I walk up the steps. Look to my left, because that's where her living room is. He on the couch. Pants down, around his ankles, boxers and everything, with her neighbor in between his legs.
A female neighbor.
Female,
Really?
in between his legs. He looked
Really?
over at me, like, it's just like he happened to look up, and I'm standing there looking at him. He's trying to move her, like moving. I don't know if she thought it was feeling good or what. She's not trying to move. He finally get her off his thing.
Really?
Where you lay
and
your head
they
at,
turn
though,
and
right?
look at me.
So my question is, these things, did you tell your sister about?
No.
Why?
There's no point. I'm tired of wasting my breath. I've told her about other things, and I'm just tired of wasting my breath. You're not gonna leave, and it's like, come on, man. I need you to see it for yourself. So I felt like unless she see it for herself, she's not gonna believe me.
And I see the tears rolling down your face, Miss McClung. What do those tears represent?
Cause I love Chris. I really do. Like, we've been going through this for the last 5, maybe 6 years. You know what I'm saying? On and off. And I don't want it to be a situation where we have to go our separate ways. But if that's what it is, then, you know, like, it's gonna hurt. It hurts
needs to
to know that I don't feel like I'm enough.
So, Mr. McClung, when you see your wife with the tears streaming down her face, how does that make you feel?
It hurts. It really do. But going through my stuff and being nosy and all this stuff, it's like, come on, man. You gotta treat me like I'm
Like
grown,
he's
you know?
in a dating
Because-
relationship. You're married.
Like-
he disappears and goes and spends the
But what-
night places. You're married. What grown married man
Hold on,
feels it's
hold on.
okay to
So-
spend the
so
night somewhere
I can't do
besides
it.
your house?
I can't do it, but she get mad. She can get the keys, hop in the corner, pull off, and don't say nothing.
All right, you know what? I think we have enough. Because this is not gonna resolve itself, y'all going back and forth. Y'all been doing this at home. So, you know, you didn't come here to do what you do at home. You came here for something else.
Yes.
So what we have here, Mr. Cutlers, she found a condom in his pocket. He has an online dating profile. And then her sister claims she's seen a different woman giving him oral sex. And for that reason, we are here with cheating allegations. And Ms. McClung has said, look, if this is all true, we're done. So everything, their family, their marriage is at stake today.
And we're about to find out what's going to happen. Because this court has done a complete investigation, and at this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Kendall Shull to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Shull in. Kendall Shull. Well, you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. McClung, correct?
I did, Your Honor.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
I'd be glad to. I spent almost 30 years with the FBI in Washington, D.C. I spent my whole career there, worked a number of different cases, but got into polygraph. And when I retired, I was actually chief of the entire FBI's polygraph program.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. McClung, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. McClung, did you receive oral sex from the woman Atilia Willis caught you with in your home? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being... The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Willis, did you see what you saw?
Yeah, I seen it.
And this isn't some attempt by you to break them up somehow?
No.
And you heard the credentials of Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
So this is what he does. All right. You also asked Mr. McClung, since getting married, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Miss McClung? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
Well, on this question, Your Honor, it was determined that he was being truthful as well.
Look at you. All right, you two. All right, now, I'm gonna give you some advice. You said it more than once. He's gotta stop acting like a kid.
Right.
All right, he's a grown man, and he's grown enough to have married you and had a baby with you. You cannot treat him like his mama, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't make a lie to me, Mr. McClung.
Ma'am.
I'm going to order you all to go talk to Dr. Jeff to get some guidance on how to have a successful marriage, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it. Me and Mr. Cutler coming up real quick on 30 years. Y'all be at 30 before you know it.